In 2025, a shocking report from American pet behavior experts revealed that over 90% of cat owners have no idea when their cat is actually saying, "I love you." Researchers discovered that cats express affection through hidden, misunderstood behaviors that look nothing like love, and that's why most people completely miss them. But if your cat does even 5 of these secret signs, it means their heart belongs only to you. Sign 1. The dramatic floor roll. What does it mean when your cat runs up to you and just throws themselves on the floor? No, they're not being dramatic for no reason, and they're definitely not having a meltdown. This is actually the cat version of a kid running into their parents' arms after a long day at school. When your cat does this dramatic floor roll in front of you and shows you their belly, they're saying, "I'm so excited you're here, look at me." This behavior is called greeting rolling, and it's reserved for their absolute favorite people. The belly is a cat's most vulnerable spot. It's where all their vital organs are. In the wild, exposing the belly could mean death. So if your cat is voluntarily showing it to you and rolling around like they don't have a care in the world, that's the ultimate trust fall. They know you won't hurt them, and they feel completely safe in your presence. Sign 2. The grooming session you never asked for. Why does your cat randomly lick your hair or ears like you're covered in dirt? Here's what's actually happening in that little furry brain. Your cat thinks you're family, not just, "Oh, you feed me so we're cool." Family, literal blood family. Cats only groom members of their trusted inner circle, their colony, their clan. When your cat licks your hair, nibbles your ears, or gives your hand a tongue bath, they're not just cleaning you. They're doing something way more meaningful. They're marking you with their scent and mixing it with yours to create a family scent. This behavior is called allogrooming, and it's how cats bond and show they belong to the same social group. Most cats don't groom humans at all because, let's be honest, we're not cats. So if yours does this regularly, you've made it into the VIP section of their life. You're not their owner, you're their chosen family member. Sign 3. The love bite. Ever wondered why your cat randomly bites you out of nowhere? Here's the truth most cat owners miss. There's a huge difference between an aggressive bite and a love bite. If it hurts and draws blood, yeah, that's your cat telling you to back off. But that gentle nibble on your finger? That ticklish little bite on your toes while you're trying to sleep? That playful chomp on your arm when you're petting them? That's your cat saying, "You're my favorite human and I want to play with you." Cats only playfully bite the people they trust most. It's their way of showing affection without using words. Think of it like a friendly punch on the shoulder from your best friend. If your cat's nibbling you regularly, congratulations. You've been chosen as their number 1 person. Sign 4. The secret meow language. Did you know cats almost never meow at other cats? Think about it. When's the last time you saw 2 adult cats meowing at each other in a full conversation? Probably never, right? That's because meowing is a language cats literally created specifically for humans. The only time cats meow to each other is when they're kittens calling for their mother. But once they grow up, they go completely silent with other cats. Your cat learned thousands of years ago that if they want your attention, they need to speak your language. Every single meow, chirp, and trill is your cat trying to communicate with you like you're one of them. They've studied you, learned what gets your attention, and adapted their communication style just for you. And if your cat meows at you constantly throughout the day, you're not annoying them. You're basically their entire world, and they want to talk to you about everything. Sign 5. The strategic scratching spots. Ever notice your cat scratches the same spots over and over, especially near you? Cats don't scratch randomly, even though it looks like they're just destroying your furniture for fun. Every single scratch leaves behind a scent mark from glands in their paws that screams, "This is mine." It's like a signature that other cats can smell. Now here's the interesting part. Pay close attention to where your cat scratches most frequently. Is it your couch where you sit every evening? Your bedroom door? The corner near your favorite chair? the spot right next to where you work. That's not random destruction. That's your cat strategically claiming you and your space as theirs. The closer the scratching spot is to where you spend your time, the more they're saying, "This human belongs to me." You're not just their owner providing food and shelter. You're their claimed territory, their possession, their person. Sign 6. The tail tells all. What's your cat's tail doing right now? Because it's speaking volumes. Most people ignore the tail completely, but it's basically your cat's emotional billboard. If the tip is curved upward like a little question mark, that's a friendly, "Hello, I'm happy to see you." If their entire tail is straight up in the air like a flagpole, they're confident and content in your presence. But here's the really sweet one. If their tail is wrapping around your leg, your arm, or even your neck when you're holding them, that's a full-on cat hug. Cats express love through their tails more than most owners realize because we're too busy looking at their faces. A tail wrapped around you is the equivalent of holding hands or giving you a hug. It's their way of saying, "I want to be close to you and connected to you." Watch the tail closely during your next interaction. It's basically your cat's mood. Ring and love language all rolled into one. Sign 7. The slow blink that changes everything. Has your cat ever stared at you and then slowly closed their eyes like they're falling asleep? That's not boredom, and they're definitely not ignoring you. That's actually called a cat kiss, and it's one of the most powerful signs of love in the cat world. In their natural environment, closing your eyes near someone, especially a predator or stranger, could get you killed. So when a cat slowly blinks at you, they're literally lowering their guard, making themselves completely vulnerable and saying, "I trust you with my life." You just said, "I love you too," in perfect cat language, and they'll understand exactly what you mean. It's like having a secret love language that only the two of you share. Sign 8. The ultimate trust, falling asleep near you. Why does your cat always fall asleep on your lap, or right next to you instead of anywhere else? This is huge, and here's why. Cats are both predators and prey animals in nature. They hunt smaller animals, but they're also hunted by bigger predators. This means they're constantly alert, constantly watching for danger, constantly ready to run. They're basically living in survival mode, 24/7. For a cat to completely fall asleep near you, not just rest with their eyes half open, but actual deep sleep, means they trust you to protect them while they're at their most defenseless and vulnerable. Your lap, that's their safe zone, their fortress, their protected sanctuary. Think about all the other places your cat could sleep: under the bed, in a closet, on top of the refrigerator, in a cozy cat bed you bought them. But they choose you. They choose your lap, your chest, the spot right next to your leg. If your cat consistently chooses to sleep on or near you instead of literally anywhere else in your entire home, you're not just their owner, you're their protector, their comfort, and their safe place in this world. Sign 9. The stare that isn't creepy. Does your cat make direct eye contact with you and just hold it without looking away? In the cat world, direct eye contact with a stranger or unfamiliar cat is considered an aggressive threat. It's a challenge, a warning, a back off, or we're fighting signal. Cats who don't know each other will avoid eye contact to keep the peace. But here's where it gets interesting. If your cat looks you dead in the eyes and holds that stare without breaking contact or getting aggressive, that's not a threat, that's acceptance and recognition. That's your cat saying, "You're not a stranger, you're not a threat, you're one of us." They're acknowledging you as a member of their family unit. It means they're comfortable enough with you to maintain eye contact without feeling challenged or threatened. Add a slow blink to that stare like we talked about earlier. Now you're not just accepted, you're in their inner circle of trust. That combination of direct eye contact plus slow blinking is basically your cat telling you, "I see you, I trust you, and I love you," all at once. Sign 10. Your personal furry stalker. Ever feel like your cat follows you everywhere, even to the bathroom where you definitely want privacy? It's not about food, because their bowl is full. It's not about anxiety or separation issues. Your cat just genuinely wants to be with you, near you, in the same space as you. If it's not even close to feeding time and your cat is trailing behind you from room to room like a little shadow, they're actively choosing your company over everything else they could be doing. They could be napping in that sunny spot by the window. They could be playing with their toys. They could be staring at birds outside. But nope, they choose to follow you to the kitchen, to the bedroom, to the bathroom, to the laundry room. You're not annoying them by existing. You're literally their favorite activity and their preferred entertainment. Some cats are more independent and will love you from across the room. But if yours is a follower, that's them saying, wherever you go, I want to go too, because being near you makes me happy. Sign 11. The lap trap. Does your cat jump into your lap within seconds of you sitting down anywhere? Not all cats are lap cats, so if yours is one of them, that's absolutely huge and you should feel honored. Curling up in your lap means they feel completely safe, totally relaxed, and genuinely happy with you. Think about what they're giving up to sit on your lap: freedom to move around, ability to jump and play, access to food and water, prime bird watching spots. But they're choosing closeness and physical contact with you over all of that independence. For a cat, an animal that's naturally independent and values their personal space, choosing to sit in your lap is basically a marriage proposal. They're saying, I choose you. I want to be close to you. Your presence brings me comfort and joy. And if they need you with their paws while sitting on your lap, that's them reverting back to kitten behavior when they would need their mother while nursing. You're not just a comfortable spot. You're their source of comfort, security, and happiness. That's love in its purest form. Sign 12. The head bonk. What's actually happening when your cat rams their head into your face, hand, or leg out of nowhere? This behavior is called bunting, and it's definitely not aggression, even though it can feel pretty forceful sometimes. When cats headbutt you, they're rubbing scent glands located on their cheeks, forehead, and chin all over you. They're literally marking you with their scent, claiming you as their property and part of their territory. It's the cat equivalent of putting a mine sticker on you that other cats can smell. But it goes even deeper than that. By mixing their scent with yours, they're creating a shared family scent that signals to other cats, this human is part of my colony, my group, my family. If your cat headbutts you regularly throughout the day, your face when you wake up, your legs when you come home, your hands while you're working, they're constantly refreshing that scent mark and telling every other cat in the entire universe, this human? Mine. They belong to me. Back off. It's possessive, it's territorial, and it's one of the sweetest forms of cat affection you can receive. Sign 13. The tail twitch of joy. How can you actually tell if your cat is genuinely happy to see you, or just tolerating your existence? Check the tail. It never lies. If your cat approaches you with their tail held straight up in the air, and the very tip is twitching just slightly, almost like a little wave, they're absolutely thrilled that you're there. That's not just contentment, that's genuine excitement and joy. The upright tail means they're confident and happy, and that little twitch at the tip is like their excitement bubbling over. It's the cat version of a happy dance, or a smile spreading across someone's face. Just make sure you don't confuse it with a full tail swish where the entire tail is whipping back and forth quickly. That's irritation or agitation and means you should probably give them space. But that subtle little twitch isolated to just the tip of an upright tail, that's pure, unfiltered happiness. That's your cat being genuinely excited to see you and interact with you. Pay attention to this next time you walk in the door after being gone. If you see that tail twitch, you just made their entire day. Sign 14. The creepy dead animal gifts. Has your cat ever dropped a dead mouse at your feet and looked incredibly proud? I know, it's absolutely disgusting, and you probably screamed the first time it happened. But here's the wild part that changes everything. Your cat genuinely thinks you can't hunt. They've watched you for months, maybe years, and they've never seen you catch a single mouse or bird. So in their mind, you're completely helpless and probably starving. They're bringing you food because they love you and they don't want you to die of hunger. It's the same instinct mother cats use when teaching their kittens how to hunt. Your cat sees you as either their kitten who needs to learn, or as a family member who needs providing for. If your cat brings you gifts, whether it's a toy mouse, a real dead mouse, a bird, or even a bug, they absolutely wouldn't do that for just anyone. Those gifts take effort, skill, and energy. You're their person, and they're willing to share their hard-earned prey with you. Sign 15. The purr engine. Why does your cat suddenly sound like a tiny motorboat or a running engine when you pet them? Purring is one of the very first things kittens learn to do. They start purring when they're only a few days old, while nursing from their mother. It's a self-soothing behavior that sticks with them for their entire life. When your adult cat purrs around you, they're telling you they're content, relaxed, comfortable, and happy in that exact moment. Some cats purr so loud, you can literally feel them vibrate when you hold them, and it's such a powerful sign of trust and affection. Now here's something most people don't know. Cats also sometimes purr when they're nervous or in pain as a way to comfort themselves, but it's usually pretty easy to tell the difference by looking at their overall body language. If your cat is purring while curled up in your lap, while you're petting them, while they're kneading you, or while they're rubbing against you, that's 100% pure happiness and love. If your cat is purring in your presence, you've officially created a space where they feel safe, loved, and content. That's a win. Sign 16. You beat the food. Could your cat honestly ever choose you over their dinner? It sounds impossible, right? But actual scientific research says yes. It happens more often than you'd think. Scientists at Oregon State University did a fascinating study where they gave cats multiple choices: food, toys, strong, appealing smells, and human attention. Guess what most cats picked as their first choice? You. Not the food they're supposedly obsessed with. Not the toys they love playing with. The human interaction and attention. The researchers were shocked because everyone assumes cats are these independent, food-motivated creatures who only tolerate us because we have the can opener. But the study proved that cats genuinely value human companionship and social interaction. So if your cat regularly ignores their full food bowl to follow you around the house, if they choose to sit with you instead of eating, if they seem more interested in your presence than their treats, they're not just tolerating you or using you for food. They're genuinely, honestly obsessed with you. You beat food, the thing cats are supposed to care about most. That's the ultimate proof of love. Sign 17. The goodbye and hello routine. Does your cat actually respond when you say goodbye before leaving or hello when you come home? Cats are incredibly smart and observant animals, way smarter than most people give them credit for. If you've created a consistent routine around leaving and coming home, like saying, "See you later, buddy," when you grab your keys, or "I'm home," when you walk through the door, your cat starts recognizing those patterns and those specific phrases. If your cat meows back at you when you say goodbye, if they follow you to the door and watch you leave, if they're waiting by the door when you return, or if they immediately greet you with meows and rubs when you come home, they're actively bonding with you and participating in your shared routines. They don't need hours and hours of hands-on attention every single day. They're independent creatures by nature. But what they do need is for you to show up consistently, acknowledge them, and maintain those little connection rituals that matter to them. Those small daily interactions, the hellos and goodbyes, build trust and strengthen your bond more than you realize. It's quality over quantity, and your cat knows the difference. Sign 18. The belly trap invitation. Why does your cat show you their belly but attack when you actually touch it? Here's what's really happening. When your cat rolls over and exposes their belly to you, that's not an invitation to rub it. It's actually the highest form of trust. The belly is where all their vital organs live, and showing it means, I trust you completely and feel totally safe. But here's the twist most people miss. Just because they're showing it doesn't mean they want it touched. Think of it like someone telling you a deep secret. They're being vulnerable, but that doesn't mean they want you to broadcast it to everyone. If your cat shows you their belly regularly, even if they playfully bite when you touch it, they're still saying, you make me feel secure enough to be this vulnerable. That's massive trust. Some cats do love belly rubs, but most just want you to appreciate the gesture from a respectful distance. The fact that they feel safe enough to expose their most vulnerable area in your presence, that's pure love and trust, even without the physical touch. Sign 19. The midnight snuggle attack. Does your cat wake you up in the middle of the night just to cuddle or sleep on your chest? I know it's annoying when you're trying to sleep and suddenly there's a furry face inches from yours, or a heavy cat planted on your chest, making it hard to breathe. But here's what's actually happening in those midnight moments. Your cat specifically chose to leave their comfortable sleeping spot, maybe a cozy cat bed, a warm blanket, or that perfect sunny spot they claimed earlier, just to be close to you. They could sleep literally anywhere else in your entire house, but they navigated through the dark, jumped on your bed, and positioned themselves on or near you because your presence brings them comfort. During nighttime, when everything is quiet and dark, cats feel most vulnerable. Predators hunt at night. Dangers lurk in shadows. But your cat feels so safe with you that they choose to sleep in their most vulnerable state right on top of you. You're not just a warm body. You're their protector, their security blanket, and their safe haven. That 3 a.m. cuddle session might disrupt your sleep, but it's your cat saying, even in the darkest hours, I want to be with you. Sign 20. The name recognition response. Does your cat actually come running, or at least look at you when you call their name? Most people think cats don't respond to their names because they're stubborn or don't care. But research from Japan proved that cats absolutely do recognize their own names. They just choose when to respond. If your cat consistently reacts when you call their name, whether they come running, turn their head toward you, twitch their ears in your direction, or meow back, that's them actively choosing to acknowledge you. They've learned that specific sound pattern is associated with them and with you. Here's why this matters. Cats don't respond to just anyone calling them. They're selective. If your cat responds to you calling their name, but ignores other people, that means they've bonded with your voice specifically. They recognize you as someone important, someone worth responding to, someone they want to interact with. Every time your cat reacts to their name when you say it, they're making a conscious choice to engage with you instead of ignoring you. In the cat world, where independence is everything, choosing to respond is choosing to connect. That's them saying, yes, I hear you, and yes, I care enough to acknowledge you because you matter to me. So if your cat does even half of these things, congratulations. You're not just a cat owner who provides food and shelter. You're their entire world, their chosen person, their safe place, and their family. And honestly, that's the biggest compliment a cat can ever give anyone. Now go give your cat some love. Or better yet, wait for them to give you a love bite, a head bonk, or a slow blink. And this time, you'll know exactly what it means and how special it really is.